Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Sunday Watch. It's a program that comes your way at a time like this in both Yoruba and English languages. And I said earlier that we are looking at building a nation through the youth. The first question that came to my mind, even to the presenter of this program, was the fact that who exactly is a youth? If you, as you know, as you're watching me, is to categorize or classify who a youth is, how will you go about it? But then you don't have to bother much. I have someone who will justify that question, and that's amidst many more this morning. I have Mr. Lutfi Ibrahim. He is a youth, of course. Obviously, he is. He is someone who who has been able to control groups of youths within his community, and desirably he will continue to progress and invest in peers and younger ones. You're most welcome, Mr. Lutfi Ibrahim.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
It's really a pleasure.
Just for me, I think when you say youths, probably for ages of 35 to 40.
35 to 40. So to you, a 30-year-old young man or woman is not, classified yet as a youth.
Yes,
so where should such people fall?
Probably for, left to me, I feel they should probably invest in the younger generation coming. They should probably face other things doing, probably go to the farm or do one or two and invest in people. They should invest in the younger generation.
Okay.
That's my perception.
Okay, so the youth now, from your own explanation, should be 35 to 40.
Yes.
35 to 40. Okay, let me throw this one. We have a lot of people out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say the first, the second, third, fifth decades of their lives.
Yes.
They will tell you they are still a youth. Where will you place such people? Will you be telling me? Because you are saying now 35 to 40 should, go as a youth. Where will such people be? Yet, within their minds, their mindset is telling them that, still stay as a youth. How will you classify such people?
Classify them in different ways, because number one, they had their tenure, they've done the needful from their what's it called, probably they should have plans for getting older. They should get prepared for, they need to
project, you need to speak up. A lot of people want to hear you.
Yes, they need to prepare for the future, because you, at a younger age, you started from 10, 20, 30 to 40. So you should probably have plans for the future. That's my own perception. That's what I say.
Okay, that's your perception. All right, let's look at it.
Okay.
If you say the youth, what are those parameters you will desire a youth to prepare him or herself, so much so that his strength will be channeled appropriately?
Yeah, first and foremost, education. It has to be an elite. Try and study. Then from there, you pick it up. Like you want to go into politics, you want to go into different things, you probably start from somewhere. So it's something you should start from the scratch. I'd probably go for education first. You have to be an elite to know what you're doing for the future.
Well, okay. I know I have come across so many maxims in recent years. A lot of people will tell you that education is a scam. A lot of people are making it. Yes, I will say this clearly. I may not know. That's their own, to some school of thought, especially the young ones. They will tell you that, say, look, with or without education, I will still, be wealthy. And it's happening. Here you are, your first step into qualitative contribution into nation building is education.
Education, yes.
And so we have some people who are saying, look, you don't necessarily have to go to the four walls of a classroom before you will, make it and be influential in the society. What say you concerning that?
Okay, left to me,
you know?
I think I should probably add a few things to it because
Please.
probably I made mention of education. Well, let us look at what's it called? Technology and innovation.
Yeah.
So you see what people are making through technology. People come with different ideas and invent things, and they are making it. So people should probably go into technology and innovation. I think that will help a lot.
Okay, information technology has come to rule the world.
Yes.
How do you see the young ones channeling their ingenuity in charting a course that will promote the ideals of this great nation called Nigeria? I want you to take it one by one. How you mentioned information technology.
Yes.
How do you see the young ones now channeling this, their strength, their creativity in promoting the ideals of this country? You know, we have heard a lot of scams, especially through this IT.
Yeah.
How do you see the narrative now in the positive light to the benefit of the country?
Left to me, I see technology as something going right. Probably you made mention of scam and all. At some point, it depends on how you do it. Because over and abroad, when you do IT, I know how you generate money, you make money. So that's why I say it's not all the time. Most times, like you having a laptop and you're working and somebody walk up to you and say, what are you doing on your laptop? Probably everything is not scam. At some point, you do your job to achieve that. Because I've got people who work with their laptops and all, so probably people should stay away from scam. I'm not saying it's scam things, but when it comes to information and technology.
Information technology.
Yeah, that's what they derive from it.
A lot of people, as you rightly said, have this, Android devices or even their laptops as their, work tool.
Of tools,
Some, from the four walls of their rooms.
Yes.
They
work from home. They probably instead of going to work, they stay back home and work with their laptops and all.
Yes, it has come and it's really ruling the world. But then I still want you to look at it this way. How can the youth now, invest in those tools, those innovations, in moving the country forward? We're looking at the youth, and nation building. How, in your own thinking, can the young ones, invest their strength, their energy, channel it towards lifting the country up, especially now that we have, either we like it or not, we have to face it. It's a serious economic downtime.
Yes.
And a lot of people are facing hardship out there. How should the youth, change the narrative in ensuring that their voices are heard? You still recall that you told me that a 45-year-old man, 50-year-old man, should invest in the youth. Now the youth, how can they make a difference?
Number one, I made mention of education. They need to be educated.
They need to be educated.
From there, they can take it up. I believe so much more in education. That's my own perception. Yes. Okay. So number two, probably handwork. Most people do handwork. Is there much you got? Most people, entrepreneurship. You go into all sort of business. You try and survive. Yeah, that's my own way. That's what I think.
You become self-sustaining.
Yeah, instead of you depending on someone, you become you employ of labor. You employ people by you having your own strength to start something that you build up. That's it.
All right. So, I want to look at stakeholders meetings.
Okay.
Forum where I know of youth forums across the country.
Okay.
Do you also see such avenue where the youth can, come up with policies, design communique, and send it to, or push it forward for those in helms of affair to have access to it and work on it? Do you see our youth coming up with?
Yeah, I saw something lately. Probably it's called NYCN, the Nigerian Youth something. I think they come up with an idea, so they went up to meet with one of our executive chairman in Egbedimo. I think they had this discussion, and I saw their activities and the way they come about things. And generally, I think the chairman walked up to them and said, "Okay, I can be of help. Let me do this. Let me do that." And we saw changes. Like we've got good roads where I come from now. They walk up to the Egbedimo LCD. That's where I'm from, in Egbeda Idimo. So they walked up to him and like, oh, chairman, can you help us with this? Can you help us with that? God's willingly, he did something for us like 3-4 days ago. They commissioned a good road for us,
Okay.
which we thought would not even be done, and they did it for just 3 months. And that's
Within
what
3 months?
Yeah, within 3 months.
It
So that-
started,
that was-
with a
For
forum.
yeah, and they came up with an idea that
With
let's
an
walk up to this
idea,
man and
shared it
with him,
executive
and he accepted
We
it.
bought
Now, thank God we commissioned the place 3 days ago. So that's the power of youth. So when they come, you said, up youth togetherness, action.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Togetherness, there is action.
So, yes.
Now, a lot of things, apart from your immediate community,
Okay.
it starts really from our neighborhood,
Grassroots, yes.
either we like it or not. We still have up till today young ones who are still idle, who are not gainfully engaged.
Engage, yeah.
And unfortunately, social vices is on the increase, unfortunately. We have categories of young ones who, you know, interestingly, will want to get themselves, you know, involved in activities such as forum that you mentioned earlier, where people like that really did not get ready, ready connection
Chance to attach.
to get themselves attached to. What should they do? Like a loner now, and he or she will feel, I wished
To be.
I could contribute.
But it's okay.
In such instances, because when we talk about building a nation, really we have all come to view it as a collective responsibility.
Yes.
And the youth, as you have rightly mentioned, play a huge
Huge role.
role. For those who are interested in coming on board and, you know, are kind of not getting the right, you know, avenue to get plugged in, what should they do?
Number one, probably talk to I think they have leaders around.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they have leaders, they have executive chairmen, that's why we have ward councillors, that's why we have different people they can meet up within the community. You walk up towards them or probably join a forum. When you join a forum, it helps you a lot to achieve greater heights. So they should probably join a forum.
They should join a forum. They should join a forum. You started with the councillor of your ward.
Yes.
And then,
The executive chairman,
to the executive,
chairman,
progressing
to
to
the
the
House of
executive
Assembly,
chairman and to the
then
House of Assembly.
House of, yes.
Let's also consider the accessibility of these political office holders. Many of them, by the time they get to office, they become, well, I don't know if I should, they become too engaged for people to access.
And that's why we have constituency office. That's why you have offices you can go and talk to them. So they are available. When you don't see them, they have their personal assistants.
You are quick, to respond to this. That's why we have this. That's why we. But see, look, in the real sense of it,
Okay.
many of them become scarce. Many of them, become too busy. Should any political officer be too busy to attend to matters or to attend to, opinions or ideas from their members of their constituency?
Okay.
Let me hear that.
I
And I really want you to.
I'm going to go deep down to this because I have the idea and I work with someone who is a political leader. So I think lately, I could vividly remember one time like that they came up with some rules and probably some documents like you want to see the executive chairman. So what did you bring to the table? That's my perception. Okay, you're coming. Are you in need of a job? What do you need? Most of all these things that I see, if you have like 1,000 letters, and out of 1,000 letters, everything you see in the letter is begging. They keep begging for money. So that would not help. Instead of them to tell them, hey, can you get me a job? Can you do this to me? They won't do that.
I have this to offer.
I have this to offer. Let's work. Okay, I have a project on so. Can you please help me out? Okay, I've got a contract of 1 million. Can you give me 100,000 to start with? You understand? That's how we should. That's my opinion. That's how I think. They should probably walk up to them and say, oh, this is how to go about it. Then they fix it.
Okay.
So lately, I need to clarify this. The youth should know what they want for themselves. Like, yes. Such as like, okay, let me give you in a political way. We have youth who they know this is a vibrant youth who can come up tomorrow and say he wants to become this. So they support you. like we say, the youth are the backbone of a nation.
Yeah.
So without us, you see the energy that we
The
give
energy.
when election is coming. You see the
Yeah.
way we come outside and do the needful.
In full
We've got
force.
and we feel force. Look at what Sheyi Tinubu did during the last election. Look at what Donald Trump's son did during his dad's election. Those are things we need to put into consideration. The youths are powerful. We are the leaders of tomorrow.
The youth are powerful and will, okay? Like I once had someone who I worked closely with. He would insist that the youth, his own youth, are no leaders of tomorrow, but leaders of today.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So they are leaders in our different areas.
Yes.
But the youth have the strength, and as you have analyzed, it should be properly channeled. Okay, I know that a lot of young people, before I move over, a lot of young people at different times, let me use Emmanuel Macron of France.
Macron, yes,
yeah, he was not 39 when he became the president. We also have Jerry Yakubu Gowon at the age of 31 when he became the military president of this country. And we have a number of them. Even the President Obasanjo was pretty young when he became the military president in 1979. That was around 39 years. Yes, you know, we have them like, you know, in that array. I want you to, you know, accumulating all this now. The youth have the strength, as you say. Why do we still have, you know, some vacuums, not fully filled with young, vibrant bloods in our system?
Okay, number one, I feel some youths are lazy. I probably say that.
No, you have to, you know, that word lazy is relative. I won't go line and sinker with you. Okay. I really would prefer if you break it down.
For you.
Yes, someone who is desirous of getting engaged
in something
may not
be
lazy.
Okay.
Perhaps in the absence of to do yet.
Okay.
So it's relative. So I really would prefer
I want to give you
yes, the term laziness.
Like,
I want you to break it down.
There's this project I had one time. Then I walked up to this young chap. I was like, "Oh, come here. I have a job, and can you work?" And he told me yes, that he can. So he walked up to me and he said, "When should I resume?" I said, "Resume tomorrow." And I felt something you desire. You should probably come for. You should be the one to wake me up in the morning and said, "Hey, man, I'm ready for this job." So I waited for long. You know, I think I left home around 1. I was like, "Come on, come and work." In the afternoon, sister, you're supposed to be in my place like 8 o'clock if you know you want this job. Fortunately, he didn't make it. So I saw him the next day. I said, "Why did you come?" I said, if you desire something, you work for you go for it.
You have to go for it.
So you don't have the zeal, the energy to achieve what you want. So I said to him, you need to re-strategize.
Okay. He needs to, so I will go with you in that your perspective, because really, if an individual is desirous of, you know, achieving a goal, you have to be zealous. You have to be persistent. You have to go for it in all strength, especially that you are a youth. Well, I don't know. We have seen older ones who are more zealous.
Yes.
All right, we'll take this very short break. When we come back, Sunday Watch will continue. All right, when we...